Yo, what's up guys, I'm here back with another video, and today we're going to be bringing you guys one of my favorite blitzes in the game. It actually is a pretty good coverage defense combined with a blitz. We're going to show a couple of ways to run this blitz. Now, we're in the nickel triple formation, which still is flying under the radar. Still, people have not caught on to this formation, and I just don't see it enough online. I've rarely seen this, actually, one or two times at the most, and it is very annoying to go up against those two times that I play it, because you have to block your running back every single play or it will destroy you. Now, nickel triple is something that I like to mix in situationally. It's not usually a defense that I'm going to be running every single down, but it is something that you can mix in third and longs, fourth and longs, or any kind of a fourth down situation where you know he's going to go to the air, he's going to have to get rid of the ball, and that's where you want to go to. So nickel triple, we're in the Chicago defense once again, my playbook, and we're going to be running the cover 6 today. Now, we've talked about some plays like the nickel blitz 2, like our nickel blitz, and the cover 3 cloud, I believe. So that is 3 plays. We're going to add on to it with this cover 6 in the middle. Now, a couple of things to note. You want your fastest player right here, Devin Bush. I also do recommend having auto flip off because it works a lot better from this left side than it does the right. It works from the right side, but it's not as effective. So you do want to run it from the left side. Of course, get a safety right here. You can also get a safety here. For video's sake, we're going to blitz this guy, so it doesn't really matter. But once again, cover 6, and we're just going to come out in like a random play on offense. So now that we're out on the field, we're going to set up the first steps. The first step is to pinch your defensive line. It's going to be your D-pad to the left, down on that left analog stick. Then you're going to go ahead and slant outside. So slanting outside, it's going to allow the blitz to come through. Your player's already kind of slanted outside, so you could say it really doesn't make too huge of a difference, but I would still do that adjustment. Now, the last thing that you're going to have to do for this setup is you're going to have to blitz this linebacker. As I mentioned, Alex Highsmith, you're going to have to blitz him, so that's going to be our A or X icon on PlayStation. And you're just going to manually blitz him. You don't want to blitz all linebackers because for some of the other setups, you're not going to use this linebacker, Edmonds. So for that reason, you don't want to go with that adjustment. You don't want to get used to it or make that a habit. So pretty much all you're going to do from here is for this first setup, we're going to use our Terrell Edmonds right here. And you're going to hover right about at this distance. Should be good. I'll show you the exact distance in the instant replay, but stand right here, and the ball is snapped, and you get him coming off the edge. This is a blitz also that I do not expect to get patched unless for whatever reason maybe, the entire Madden world started using it, because it's been a blitz for months and months now, and it still has not got patched. That's a good sign for the blitz to continue to be working the entire year. So as far as the distance, right about here is good. You don't have to be right on him, but a yard away is around the length that we are. And when the ball is snapped, you can move up. You don't have to stay there. You can stay there as soon as you see him just run past. So you just need the left tackle's attention, Jacob Matthews, for just a split second, and then you can go up and use her. And you see match coverage is going to do a really good job of just taking away first reads. It's going to match onto things. It's not going to leave too many things opened up. You notice the one route that was opened up was Cordero Patterson on his swing pass, which if he throws that, you're able to wrap up and make a tackle anyway. And the odds of someone running a swing pass in this year's game, probably slim to none. So once again, your setup is pinch your defensive line, slant outside, and then you're just going to blitz that A icon. Again, you are using the 3 receiver hook, which is a match coverage zone, but a lot of people use the 3 receiver hooks in the cover 4 quarters anyway, so it shouldn't be too new to some of you that are normally running the match coverage. But again, snap the ball, you'll see who you have to use. It's going to be A right here. Y is going to be matched up on. B is going to be matched up on pretty well. And again, you see you want the most speed at that left side, which is why we put Devin Bush there. He's the fastest linebacker Pittsburgh has, if I'm not mistaken. And he's getting there in turn the fastest. So you guys probably know, if you have seen those other videos, the player that I was using, and that was, for those other videos, the player I used was this slot cornerback, because we were running the nickel blitz, which is a man blitz version, and this guy would be on a blitz. He wouldn't be on anybody, so you're going to use him, whereas the linebacker would be manned up on the running back or whatever. So we're actually going to run a version of the blitz where you're using the quarter flat. This will mean that Kyle Pitts likely is taken away, but you're going to kind of sprint to the flat. This can just depend, especially if you notice him not really throwing to the flats. this can work. And again, you see it still works over there, but you see I'm just lurking down on Y a little bit and staying in range to where I would be able to make a tackle on Cordero Patterson from that slot position. So those are definitely some solid ways to run it. Now, one thing that I don't believe this formation, the nickel triple, has is a standard cover 4, if I'm not mistaken. So you could also kind of create a normal cover 4. The problem is you need an extra quarter flat on the right side, which you don't really have. But again, cover 6, you're going to have a cover 2 on this side. And of course, this blitz would work from the other hash mark, which I might just change just to show you guys. But you will have a cover 2 on this side. And again, I do prefer running it from the left side. If this becomes an issue, if you notice him attacking the cover 2 side, you might want to make a switch. But again, I don't believe that it works better, in my opinion, from that side. So again, just hover here. When the ball is snapped, you can run back up. And I mean, there's nothing really open. You're going to have to somehow figure out a complete, cover 4 beater or cover 2 beater. Most likely someone might try to, if I were going against this particular blitz, what I'm doing is maybe I'm blocking my running back and then I'm just motioning over Gage and hoping that we can throw like a little streak here. That's probably your best bet. I mean, realistically, what else do you have? Well, we will show the blitz once we are... sorry about that. We will show the blitz once we are in... Or while we have the running back blocked. I don't know what was wrong with me there, but we'll snap it. You see he's going to get blocked normally, and you see coverage still pretty good. That in route does get matched onto late, but of course, the running back's going to block him, which means the tackle's going to play normally. He's not going to get that weird... I'm frozen, I'm not going to do anything thing, so that should be fine for you guys. But as far as some of the other adjustments that I've ran personally, I've kind of turned this into a weird coverage, and I'll show you what I do. I just went ahead and manned up this guy. Now this would be good for bunch as well. Normally bunch, your cover 4 side should go to that side, so you're able to man up this outside receiver like so. Now what do we do with this deep zone? We can actually user him. But against this set, I'm probably going to man him up just on the tight end. So we're just going to man up this guy. This is similar to, I can't remember the play. It's out of Big Nickel over G. It's cover 6 lock, cover 4 lock, some weird play, cover 9 lock. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I made a video on it last year. That's why I remember what it is. But something like that where you have the right side manned up, and then the left side you have some form of match coverage. I think it might have even been cover 3 match. Can't tell you off the top of my head, though, but... yeah, this coverage would be good, and then you're really watching anything deep from left to right, potentially underneath on that right side could be an issue as well, but you see really deep on that right side is going to be your biggest concern. So if I'm kind of afraid of that, I could just man up this one player in my outside corner if I want to. And again, these are all added adjustments. These do not have to be run for the play to work. We've already seen the play work, but if you want to, you can do that. But you see, that might be the best way to do it. Another way that I've ran this play is you notice how this cover 6 stock is on a cloud flat. Something that I've seen people do, and I've actually done myself, is put B on the soft squat. So cover 6 can have soft squats, I believe, and that's something that we're going to set up. So that now you have an aggressive zone over there. He's going to play that man coverage role for probably a little bit longer than the cloud flats. So if you want to go soft squat, you definitely can. I don't believe Falcons has bunch. Or maybe it does. Oh shoot, I accidentally audible to the wrong formation, but we might try out like a little bunch, see if we can get it to work. So we'll go bunch. I might also flip the bunch, but if they do come out with an audible like that, you see how it's kind of messed up, so you might have to base a line. Now you're back in your spot. I'll show you what the blitz looks like flipped after this, but if you're going up against bunch, this might be a tough situation because you see you're like this. So sometimes if you're going against those formations like bunch, your hand kind of is forced to where you might have to almost run a blitz like that. We'll try and set up it where we have Highsmith blitzing. I think because I clicked onto him, it might not work as better, which is why we might go back out to see this work. But you see, yeah, it actually did get through with Devin Bush. It's just not as clean. Again, I said from the beginning of this video that when you flip it, it's just not as clean. You see, he still gets the pressure. I don't know if Patterson had anything to do with that, but it is a little bit less clean. I might hop into, or just go out real quick just to show you the bunch a little bit better. Now, if you are going against a gun bunch player, odds are you're going to go auto flip on. I would recommend that, but we're going to pretty much press, pinch our D-line, slant outside. We're still going to blitz this guy in the gap. and we're just going to use our Highsmith, I believe. I think if I stand here, it should work. Maybe we have to flip this around. I haven't ran this blitz like this in a while, and yeah, it didn't work. So maybe we'll try next play working it like that, but I mean, you did see it work on that first play. Practice mode, of course, does kind of change some things, but we'll go bop, bop, bop. Try and bring him down blitz. Again, I'm not exactly sure, but we'll stand here, snap the ball, and there you see it get free off the edge. Now, this is a different type of blitz from the flipped position where your slot corner's on the right. You notice how the first time we blocked our running back from the normal side, the running back didn't really have to block anybody. The tackle just slid over and it was business as usual. But when we ran it right there, pretty much what happened was Patterson actually had to make the block. So you're making him earn his money. Again, I'll set it up with Patterson on a wheel route, which is, you know, originally what I was trying to do anyway, but we'll set it up. Again, I'll just blitz Highsmith normally. Now, this might be a little bit more difficult, especially against bunch, because you're hovering still on this left side, but you might want to use something quick on the right. Realistically, everything on the right should be taken well, I would assume, but maybe a little seam route could give you trouble. But, I mean, yeah, user assignments are pretty much the same, and there you see the blitz work. You notice the guy who was open was the tight end, of course, which is your issue because you're standing on the left. Might be a little bit difficult to get there, but you see the blitz works as usual, so necessarily you don't need Alex Highsmith or that linebacker of your choosing to be right on the line of scrimmage. You can move him down, certainly, yes, but you don't need it. And again, against bunch, we man up X if we want to. And instead of the spread, maybe we man up the running back. So we could go bop, bop. And then I'm watching. Oh my gosh, look at that voice crack. And then I'm watching any drags from right to left, any deep posts from right to left. But of course, we can still go deep half. If against bunch, I would probably run the cover 6 normally, I'll be honest. But if you want to get a little bit adjusty, you know he's going to maybe make a hot read. And you see there, I guess I had the running back blocked again, but we've kind of already seen it work once. I'll show it one more time because I do want it to get to work. I swear I did put Patterson on his wheel route last play. Guess not. But again, your best bet's going to be to run this the stock way, the normal way. If you find yourself not getting good coverage, that's when maybe you go with some of those man-up adjustments. But until he shows he can be a stock look, I would not do it. You see quick pressure again and can't really get the football off. Maybe with Gunslinger you can, but it's going to be tough. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed, drop a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.